with us kind of being used to working so much over the internet and just being kind of in different places at the same time, which is what we do now as well sometimes, but it makes it so much easier to work in the same room, in the same studio. Like, it works, it makes sense. We like to take a sound, break it as much as possible, and then make it sound nice again.
It's very, very sound design oriented. Not so much in the sense where we spend 37 hours making a bass patch on FMA. It's more so granular synthesis and making things sound weird and pretty at the same time.
Then also, there's also the other side of things where we do the kind of heavier element as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sort of, I don't know, it's exactly as...
Yeah. To sum it up, I'd say glitchy, melancholic and ambient.
Glitchy, sad and pretty at the same time.
Yeah. I don't remember how it started for us.
I think it started through you guys hearing our first EP, which was on Silent, probably through Arch Origin. Him sending it through to you guys. I remember Paolo and Bryson being really amped up about one of the last tunes on that EP. And then I remember they approached us and asked us whether we'd like to do an EP on Soulvent, blah, 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 and it's just kind of rolled on from there, basically. One of the first drum and bass nights I ever went to when I turned 18 was one of the original Spoonfed nights. And that was when Logistics launched his album Polyphony. That night really kind of brought it home, like, okay, this hit's got something to offer. And then you've also had the Warning nights at the Junction, and the Hospitality comes through now and again as well. But then that kind of died off for quite a while, so that's why it was nice to kind of bring something back with Spoonfed. I guess we had a whole load of tunes, didn't we? Sat in the pot, and we were doing singles for Soulvent, and they said, well, why don't we? There's so much here. Why don't we think about doing an album? And I think at that point we were like, well, hang on, let's try and release these singles, get these out, see what happens. That was Crimson Eyes, that was Bonsai, and then we said, cool, right, we'll go for the full effort and see how it goes.
It took a lot of effort with those guys because I think we were being divas about it for a while. But yeah, we had a meeting in Cambridge over a burger one night and had a chat about, I don't know, 26 demos that got sent to them from our pot.
I think we had to wait until the time was right though, you know? Like,
yeah.
Had we sort of started working on it last year, I don't think it would have had, or will hopefully have had as much kind of response as it would have done had we done it last year. Like, no one would have known really, aside from just doing a couple of releases here and there, who we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been nice to get the name out. It's been nice to release some really, I think, strong stuff, and then kind of follow up with a sort of full shebang.
The concept of writing an album's been a bit challenging, just due to the sense where you have to think about which song goes with the next one. It's kind of like a cohesive pot of music. It's not like you write a song one year and then it pairs up with the next one. It all needs to make sense. And with the concept that we're going with, the whole journey or the getting there type aspect of it, we kind of really wanted to make it special. For us, we wanted to make a batch of music that encapsulates every aspect of our sound as a production team, because we don't want to just release a whole 15 tunes of Liquid D&B even though we love it. We want to release, I don't know, we've got a couple of different tempo tunes, heavier tracks, more ambient, cinematic type things as well.
There'll be some curveballs, some surprises for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good, and it's been really nice to sort of try working on other kind of areas of our sound.
If you do a, I don't know, 15 or 12 track album, you've got space to play with, and you can always make the ones that are less likely to be expected of you as an artist, like I don't know, say a glitchy, garagey one. So.
Just about keeping things moving, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it would be a little bit rubbish if we said, oh yeah, we're doing an Inmost LP and it's just 16 tracks of kind of atmospheric liquid or 16 tracks of just absolute heavy bangers. It doesn't really do anything else. I think it's important, especially with it being our first kind of effort, is that we should really try and express or sort of show people what we can do and what we're about sonically.